CarPro is awesome. I love CarPro. I love Jerry Reynolds. We actually have a weekly interaction. We're friends on Facebook, so Jerry Reynolds and I are really, I feel like a little bit more than just coworkers. But CarPro listeners are great. Again, very educated. They know what they're looking for, and also really spot on appointments. They come in on time. They make my job easy because they know what they're looking for. And even though, you know, everybody wants a good deal, we want to make sure that we give that to them and prove it to them that they are getting a phenomenal deal. Not only because we're eliminating the back and forth, which is key to a listener. They don't want to be treated like a normal customer at a dealership. 90% of this deal is done between the listener and myself. So I don't have another manager come in. I don't have another person come in and talk to them about numbers, because everything is done between the listener and myself. So it makes an atmosphere very relaxing and pressure-free. So it's a win-win for everybody. A typical referral is a lead sent in to my email address. With sometimes I only have an email, sometimes I have both an email and a phone number. So the key is to get in contact with the listener as soon as possible. Even if I'm off, I send a response via my cell phone to the listener to let them know that, hey, I did receive your referral. I will be in contact with you as soon as possible. And if I'm not able to get a hold of them, I have some other assistants that will get in contact with the listener. So it is important to get in contact with the listener as soon as possible, and then it's pretty easy from there on. The listener tells me what they're looking for. Again, they're very educated, so sometimes I have a list of requirements and options and features that they're wanting. So it's my duty to make sure that I have it in inventory. If I do, then we invite them to come in. I have the vehicle already ready for them to look at. So when they stop to the dealership, stop by, they ask for me. I already know what they're looking for. I have it already ready for them, and then we just take it off from there. I mean, they trust Jerry tremendously, and Jerry trusts us to make sure that we take care of the listener. So it's a really nice trust circle that we have amongst each other. So it's great. Well, obviously you have to ask for it. If you do your job properly, then a listener is going to be leaving here 100% satisfied. So I think it's fair to ask the listener for a review, to share their experience with everybody that might be considering purchasing a vehicle from Jerry Reynolds and the CarPro Show platform. So every sale that we have, I already have an email already set aside with the correct verbiage and some links to not only the CarPro Show website, but also to other review sites like Google and Yahoo, Facebook page and stuff like that. So I send them the link and I ask them if they'd be kind enough to share their experience. And I can say that almost everybody does help and assist in sharing their experience with us at the time of purchase. Well, if the opportunity is there, to definitely consider it, because like I said before, it is a win-win for everybody. If this is just a dealership that's considering moving into the platform, then the trust level is very high with the listener, so it's an easy process for the dealership to earn somebody's business, because that listener already has information from the dealership through Jerry Reynolds. They already know what they're looking for, so it just makes everything so much easier. A sales consultant should always follow up. When we were with you guys prior, all of those 4 years worth of sales, I continue to follow up. Yep. And even though I did lose some because they do follow Jerry, I gained and I kept quite a bit of the sales that we did when we were with Jerry Reynolds 4 years ago. So a sales consultant has to do their due diligence and follow up, make quarterly calls, maybe anniversary emails, birthday cards, stuff like that, so that the customer, the listener, knows that you're still here, that you're thinking of them, and that if there's an opportunity that arises, they come back to me. Well, it doesn't matter if it's CarPro or any other program. If you are not wanting to put effort, your due diligence, researching and doing stuff like that, then you're going to fail. Plain and simple. Absolutely. I mean, that guy brings a lot to the table. I mean, he's trustworthy, informative. Um, you know, the people that are around him, I know that he's easy to get um, um, be around with. So people like him. He's personable, down to earth. So, you know, it's a no-brainer for people to trust him. So for sure, definitely. It's like you're a celebrity. It's like, so it's pretty neat that my name is heard on the radio show, and I get customers that say, "Man, I've been hearing your name for like the past 5 years." And it's like, well, that's good, awesome, good deal. Jerry says my name a lot, so I guess that because people hear Jerry say Jorge, and you know, go see my buddy, go see my friend. So yes, it makes them feel like, you know, a little bit closer to me than just complete strangers. We definitely want to set ourselves aside from a typical sales consultant. A lot of these customers never get a phone call back from their sales consultant, so I consider myself like I want to keep my name. My social media name is Ask Jorge Lopez. My website has that. My YouTube has that. My Facebook has that. So I have my logos on my cards, on my signature. So sometimes when I do get a chance to do a video with a customer testimonial, or put stuff on Facebook, I try to tie in my brand, the CarPro logo or Matchmaker Auto logo on there as well.